What happened that you were unable to retain four walls and a roof over your head?
I was way behind on bills as it was, and then COVID came in. I lost overtime, I lost hours, and it's just been a snowball downhill.
And you have a job now?
Yes, I do.
How much money do you make?
I get paid by the hour. I make $27.50.
But with a family in California,
I'm barely making it. I'm living dollar to dollar, dime to dime, trying to figure out which bills need to be paid.
How are you going to get from where you are to being able to have a quality of life that reflects the hard work that you're doing?
That's where we're stuck. All I can keep telling myself is just keep working and saving what little bits I can. We got to get out somehow, some way.
Well, that was a visit I made last year to a homeless community with fully employed residents, all forced to live out of RVs, largely due to the affordable housing crisis. Now, we asked you guys a lot of questions, and I want to read a quote back to you that you made. You said, "It's disgusting that property owners are creating homelessness just to make an extra dollar. They are pricing us out. They are playing the game of Monopoly with our livelihoods. I just don't understand how housing isn't considered a human right." You, Andrew, said, "Money and greed drive everything." So tell me about that. Tell me what you think.
I mean, I still stand by that statement. People are completely okay with turning away working class people, elderly people with disabilities from having a place to live, a roof over their head. I don't understand how someone could go to sleep at night knowing there's another family on this block that won't be here next month. I understand that everybody has a job, everybody has to make a living, but can't you still make a profit without inflating housing and rent to the point where there's no more middle class families living in a neighborhood?
What is it that you think these property owners and landlords should do? Do you think they should charge based on what you can afford?
No, I wouldn't say that.
That is what you're saying.
I think there should definitely be affordable housing in every city.
My question is, you're saying this is greed and money. If you owned those properties and you were renting them and you had the opportunity to sell them at a profit, are you saying, "No, I can't do that because Kylie and Andrew need a place to stay"? Are you kidding me?
No.
Are you actually saying that's what you would do if you owned that property?
No, 100% not.
It's definitely a free market. I mean, how can you tell someone they can't make a return on their investment?
But that's exactly what you're saying. You're saying it's disgusting that property owners are creating homelessness just to make an extra dollar.
When they've jacked the rent up twice the amount that you're paying before, I mean, there's a difference between making a profit and just being straight greedy. But to think, you got to have some humanity. Again, I guess everybody doesn't think that way. Maybe not. But for me, I personally wouldn't be able to do that to somebody. How is that humanity? How is there any empathy for those people? And I'm not saying that I have a solution to the problem by any means.
But they're not your therapist. They're your landlord. You're talking about empathy. Do you have any idea what their costs have become? And
I know there's two sides of the story. I understand that.
But it comes down to, I mean, are you going to complain about that, or are you going to find a solution for you?
Mm-hmm.
You can complain about it, but I'm being realistic with you. It isn't going to change anything.
I agree.
They're not going to say, "I'm not going to turn these into condos and sell it because it puts people out of a place to live."
Sure.
Not going to happen. Right. It's just not going to happen.
Well, then I think I totally get that, but then I would love to argue, don't complain when the people you kicked out are encamped on the public street. Don't complain when I'm in my van and I have to park in the neighborhood where you kicked me out of, and then I guess we can be even.
No, that's not even, because you shouldn't be having to live in that thing.
I agree.
Don't get me wrong. I agree that your situation with both of you working, you have a job, you have 3 jobs, you're hustling your ass off, and you can't keep a roof over your head. That's not okay. I'm saying blaming the system in terms of somebody that's wanting to sell their property or raise the rent in a free market, that complaining about that's not going to fix your problem. Because if he comes and says, all right, I'm going to do this for you here, then he's going to start asking questions. How are you spending your money? How did you get in this situation? Why are you here? You got to figure out, am I doing everything I can do? There's 3 budgets you can figure out. What you want, what you need, and what you can afford. You got a $360 a month cell phone bill. You have a storage unit, $180 a month. Your child support's $1,050. You can't afford $1,050. You need to have that revised.
I'm not sure that it would be changed that much though, based on my income.
But the fact that you say I'm not sure,
You're right.
you need to know.
Yeah, you're right.
Because you can't pay it.
You're right.
Andrew, you can't.
I'm with you.
You can't get blood out of a turnip. You said you made a mistake to make the move you made.
I
moved
wanted
here,
to be closer to my kids.
We moved here with the hope of being close to his kids, and that came with a significant pay cut. And then the lockdown happened, and then we moved into a van.
You should blame yourself for not being able to have X-ray vision and see that first time in over 100 years there was going to be a pandemic. Who knows that?
Yeah.
I mean, you can't blame yourself for not having this vision into the future, but you can react to what you know. And listen, I get that the situation you're living in is not okay. That this is America. You got 2 people working their butts off and can't afford a place to live. Something is seriously wrong with the system. You and I can agree about that. It's just who we're pointing our finger at. You 2 work hard. You deserve to have a place to live. We're going to add someone to the conversation. His story went viral after he posted a video of himself secretly living in his company's office when he couldn't afford his rent anymore.